The sand was stained red, not from a training drill, not from a movie set, but from the real thing. A sudden explosion outside the camp perimeter had ripped through the silence like a scream in church. Soldiers scrambled. Sirens wailed. Panic thickened the air. And somewhere near the south gate, someone was screaming for help. Inside the med tent, a girl in a faded t-shirt and ponytail dropped her clipboard. She didn't wait for orders. She just moved. No one stopped her, because nobody really noticed. Her. She wasn't one of them. Not in their eyes. They called her Tent Girl. Never by name. Never with respect. She was the quiet one who cleaned blood from bandages. The one who fetched water. The one they laughed at when she asked to join patrol briefings. The one who shouldn't be in a war zone. But that day, with the desert heat boiling over and the wounded pouring in, everything changed. Her name was Harper Lane, 28. A combat medic with 2 deployments behind her. Silver Star buried deep in her duffel. A brother she couldn't save in Kandahar. They never asked. And she never told. After her brother died, she stopped talking much at all. Silence became her armor. Service, her language. And now, her moment had come. The call came in. 6 injured, 1 critical, pinned under twisted metal. Enemy fire was suspected. Medics were needed immediately. Nobody moved. Nobody, except her. She didn't raise her voice. Didn't plead. She just strapped on the old IFAK pouch she never turned in, tucked a photo of her brother into her vest, and stepped into the sun. The camp's XO shouted after her. "Where do you think you're going? You're not cleared for this." She didn't turn around. Her boots moved like they remembered. Her hands tightened like they'd done this 100 times before. She ran into the dust and gunfire. While the others just watched. 3 minutes later, a second blast echoed. Then silence. For a moment, the tent stayed still. No one knew what to say. No one moved to help until the radio crackled. Casualty stabilized. 1 critical, 2 walking wounded. Sending GPS pin for evac. A pause. Then again, name's Harper Lane. Combat medic. Requesting immediate dust-off. The voice was calm, focused, unshaken. The same girl they'd ignored for months had just pulled 3 soldiers from an active kill zone. With her bare hands in a belt for a tourniquet, the lieutenant muttered, "She's not supposed to be out there." A sergeant beside him whispered, "Neither were the dead." Silence again. Back at the med tent, when she finally walked in, covered in blood, dirt, and something deeper, nobody spoke. They just looked. Some looked ashamed. Some looked stunned. A few saluted. 1 soldier, the same who once laughed when she dropped a tray, stood and held open the flap for her. She didn't nod, didn't smile, just walked through it like she always had. But now, the weight in the air was different. She had not spoken her worth. She had shown it. And in that silence, the camp learned something they should have known all along. Not every war hero wears stripes you can see. Sometimes, the quietest one has already saved lives you'll never hear about. And respect isn't given. It's earned in the blood you're willing to bleed for others. The next morning, a plaque was nailed beside the med tent. Entrance. It read, "This tent was held together by her hands." Camp Hastings, 2025 soldiers passed it in silence. Some with salutes, others with bowed heads, and no ceremony. No loud speeches. Just the kind of respect that doesn't need words. And Harper? She went back to her rounds, still quiet, still steady, still unnoticed, by choice this time, but never again invisible. If this story moved you, comment below where you're watching from. Subscribe for more real and fictional stories that honor the silent heroes among us. And remember, sometimes, the ones we overlook are the ones carrying us all.